Trade with me.
Hi.
Standing out here trying to figure out a good.
It's any
Now is the time.
You were here
Anytime's a
so
good
much
time.
earlier than I expected.
This is where Fiery Cleric's
We
gonna
have
be like
shit
a
to do. We can be really fun with it.
So
Everybody, this is Marshall.
Hi, Marshall.
He's just saying hello.
how you feel about rolling up characters, Marshall?
Yeah, we brought you. We brought you.
Yeah.
Oh
my God.
Here.
Since I can't be here, I'm gonna bring you shitty alcohol.
Hey, Paps is the
This
best.
is what I would want if I was here.
Yeah.
Hello. Hi. I never really.
Hey, well, nice. I like your prep with the big can.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
we gotta
right,
chug
that
this
was
before we go to our show.
All right, well,
Chug.
Ashley's here. Does everybody have a drink? We need to be
Sorry to
prepped.
interrupt.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay,
Oh,
I
okay.
don't know.
What do you mean in
Can be
case?
fixed in editing. It's fine. Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
perfect.
When,
You want to sit on my
Uh,
lap?
we need whiskey.
No, you guys do.
so,
Coming in here.
so this is perfect timing because we're talking about the potential
Ooh,
of
I get
rolling
to
up the
sit in this.
characters. So I think we definitely want your input on this. We have a cool idea that we're
About
still.
how you want to roll up the characters?
Yes.
Like actually rolling part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because in previous campaigns we've been doing point buy, right?
Uh-huh.
And point buy is definitely like the fair and equitable, like balanced way to do it.
Equity.
We
don't
we,
want
we want to shake it up a bit.
It's a mushroom eat mushroom world. God damn it.
Said Connor never in afterlife.
This is D&D. There's no rules.
It's the Wild West of dice rolling.
I'm gonna get my
So
yawns out.
Connor kind of was intrigued about an idea
Curse of Jesus.
that centered around basically rolling a certain pool of dice for each stat and going right down the line: strength, dexterity, and that's the stat that your character has. You're pretty much stuck with it. Let me finish.
No, okay.
Okay. So then once that pool of stats gets created for everyone, we're kind of planning on doing like everyone rolls strength at the same time, everyone rolls dex at the same time, and so on and so forth. Then at that point, everyone gets one proposal to another player about trading a stat.
Okay.
Okay? So you get to propose to Will. Now, Will let's say Will
I
says,
do.
Let's say Will says no.
I'll give you a beer can.
So you still get that one proposal until one person says yes, okay? And then Connor gets the same thing, and Ashleen gets the same thing, and so on and so forth. And then once that's done, those are your stats. Then you add your racial bonuses, if any.
So
Class
we
bonuses,
are
too.
we are going to create the characters before we roll these stats.
Ish. So I was saying like I want to have at least a character idea that everybody has like
Right.
coming into it, and that's kind of what you're selling us. You're like, look, here's why I need that 18 you just rolled, right? Like that idea, like because I
So
really
you're
want this
basically
wizard.
making a charisma check in order to make your character.
Well,
succeed and can make
there's
charisma
always
checks.
there's no influence on this, and we think potentially like you could have some fun with trading, but like I'll give you my first magical item, I don't know, whatever,
Oh.
or just like the goodness of your heart.
Oh.
We can screw around with it. We can, gentle person's agreement, whatever.
Right.
But like we have to conform whatever like. So we just vaguely create a character. There's no option of like changing it after
You can
that.
totally
or
tweak
anything.
it.
Listen,
but-
you can create the character and fill them out to the T, and then once you roll your stats, you're like,
Suck it, I'm going bard.
I have to seriously tweak some stuff.
It'll
Like,
definitely
Yeah.
shape your personality of your
That's
character.
what I
wherever
mean.
you
Yeah.
go.
Like
Yeah.
why
You're
is
not locked in.
Yeah, why is my bard so low charisma? Is how can I explain this?
Kazoo bard only.
So-
Yeah, I mean
Very
I have
ineffective
one.
bard.
I don't remember.
I don't have one.
Kazoo bard.
Yes. Playing the wrong end.
Yeah.
So that's an option. That's a possibility.
And
We're,
to be clear too, like the die would be like rolling 4d6 and then keeping the best 3, right? So like
Okay.
still having like
Okay.
averaging towards the higher side, but you could still definitely get a 3, right? Like,
Yeah.
Which hopefully not.
You have to roll 4 ones for that to happen.
4 1s, yeah.
That would be
Unlikely.
shit luck.
Now that you've said
I'm
that.
gonna bring those loaded
Someone's
dice.
gonna do
Listen,
it.
the only
Welcome
time
to the bell curve.
the only time I've seen that bad of rolling is when I played Axes and Allies with Will. That's the only time.
That was a real shit double stick to me.
Yeah.
It was
It was a bad day, and you were rolling the shittiest I've ever seen.
I am America fighting Germany right now. I should be winning this. Did you not learn about history?
Yeah.
And now.
I mean, it's a risk. It's a risk, but we can
we're also
we've got several campaigns in front of us, right?
I mean, pretty much, like characters might die and we'll make new characters anyway. We agree that we want to do something different, but I think it'll be fun. I like Shannon was making a really great point about how this is going to add some drama and some story. We can also convince
We
each
can
other
sell each
potentially
other.
too. Like,
Like-
no, you really need a 14.
Let's make
And
a
it
deal.
extends the pre-stuff, the pre-production, which I really like. I'm like scared to jump into the meat of it.
Oh, it's gonna be so much fun.
Yeah. I think it also gives me, and if
Mushrooms
there's some
have
like
weight,
low
right?
stats that are in less than opportune places in terms of class, it gives me an opportunity to play with magic items that are going to alter that, you know, and figure out story reasons as to why that happens. So
Play-Doh handicap.
right,
Okay.
right.
Yeah.
All right.
And
Yeah, that's fun.
yeah, and then like, you know, like if Will's a fighter and he's unfortunately got like a 12 strength, and then he winds up with gauntlets of ogre power that have a really cool backstory, and then like 2 levels later he gets them stolen from them. Like what? Like that's
now
intriguing.
fighter.
That's like, yeah. I mean, yeah, but so anyway, I wanna pause this conversation real quick, and I would like Marshall, could you introduce yourself for our viewers and let them know what you do in the world, because it's relevant to gaming.
We all had to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, but first, before you do that, you have to hand me my coffee, the black cup.
Sweet.
The Russians are Bearsville. There's only so many. I've hidden my
I know.
coffee in the
It's like
Pacific.
7 at night. I'm like, coffee.
Seriously.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm looking.
You know you don't have to
At
look in the
us.
camera at all.
Okay. All right, awesome.
Yeah.
I'm Marshall Short. I do printable heroes. Yeah, that's actually it. That's short.
Which is what?
Yeah.
It's paper miniatures you can print from home and use for your campaigns or games.
Sorry, I didn't tell him he was
Maybe
going
Why-
on the spot.
Why would I didn't tell him either. Why would someone want to like buy like or get into like paper minis as opposed to like plastic minis?
Let's see. For me, it's really just the ease of use, because you can just like, you last minute are like, I want to have 20 goblins, and you're like, well, I don't want to go buy and paint 20 goblins this evening for my game tomorrow,
Right.
so just print, cut, scissors, go play. You know, I almost called
Get
it
kids
disposable
involved.
heroes. You can just getting kids. Like I have so many people that write me and they're just like, these are amazing for the youth group thing that I do, and like we just
Goblins.
Yeah.
Goblins for God.
This is when Jesus killed all the goblins.
I'm surprised how many
Well, little
church
cleric
groups
was here.
play D&D. Like, I kind of grew up with like the tail end
Satanic
of
Panic.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And so I just assumed it was a no-no. But apparently, church groups now, like, D&D's huge.
It's a
right?
yes now.
Yeah. So
You can watch Harry
It's like
Potter.
a selling point.
Yeah,
We play
I know.
devil games.
Yeah.
It's almost more satanic to be into Game of Thrones than D&D nowadays.
Probably.
You know?
Yeah.
Definitely.
No, it's definitely.
I'm kidding.
Okay.
But-
just like,
but-
is that a thing?
but think
So
about
it's- Well, I mean, there's lots of sex in Game
the
of Thrones.
nudity
There's lots of
alone, I think,
rape.
yeah.
There's lots of
In
rape
Game
in
of
Game of
Thrones. You know, like a lot of it. You know, I would venture to say that one character is like almost based around being, you know, abused and raped, and that's way more satanic than D&D.
I
Just
think I
saying.
got enough feedback. I think was it last season or the second to last season? They're trying to make up for some shit.
Yeah, there's just a lot of dicks and ass, and like later on, they're
Sweet.
like, oh, you're right.
Sweet.
We're listening to your feedback.
Dicks,
We're balancing
dicks,
it. Let's
dicks.
I mean,
Just
it won't ever
rape.
compete with Dr. Manhattan, but
yeah.
Yeah, they were definitely going for the shock
You,
value
you
for a while
can't.
there.
Yeah, you can't compete with giant blue ethereal penis.
Oh my god, I saw that in
Small.
IMAX,
Zoom
you
in.
guys. You don't
I
even
know, but it looks like like I feel like we've done so much work, and it like looks like
When you zoom in, it goes deeper. Enhance.
yeah.
Enhance.
stop minimizing and literally start
This
maximizing.
looks great, and you sent it to everybody.
Yeah, I just
Yeah,
sent it out.
okay.
So this is like absolutely rough draft. I'll make it look pretty once we're done. I just wanted to
Okay.
get like a format so we had it in case this gets, I don't know, lost in a fire or something.
Please
Totally.
Yeah, look
Entirely
at you. You're like, fuck this. But
possible.
and easy to reference, so kind of go down there. But
Oh yeah, you literally just sent it.
yeah,
Okay.
we talked about it before you were here.
We have to like fucking go. Go to see David Sedaris. I don't know if anybody knows.
Yeah,
Oh,
dude,
yeah,
yeah.
fun time.
Yeah.
Sounds awesome.
You met us? Of course we have David Sedaris. At least, a couple of us.
What's he doing?
But, I mean, I wonder if he plays D&D.
He's just hanging out.
I'm
You
sure
should
he's
raise
played
your
at
hand
least-
and ask if they do
Play
Q&A.
D&D, I don't think.
I bet you he's played at least one time.
Nah.
At least one time.
I think he's.
It's the devil's game. No.
I don't know.
That
Seems like a
very
really cynical. Yeah.
said the church group.
I don't
Logistics.
see my
No.
silly on there, Eon, which was your original suggestion for the name of the actual creatures, but I think too
Yeah.
confusing.
Yeah.
We were potentially thinking about, because we all kind of gravitated towards living Earth as something. We're thinking about
Sounds
having.
like an Epcot ride.
Well,
I think it
beautiful.
actually
I think it
is,
is.
Yeah.
but
Well, we were thinking of like naming the planet, naming the world, kind of like a la fantasy style, and then like living Earth or something like that, like the something connected to that. I don't know. That's what we're playing around at the moment, but I like it. Kind of like I think embraces what we're looking at, but we're not locked in on anything yet. We're just kicking it around, letting it percolate, and seeing what weird shit we come up with tonight.
Okay,
We'll text you.
all the PBRs and then come
We're
up with it.
almost there.
Not that like
We're gonna
PBRs
get
really
so
get you that
wasted.
drunk. They really don't.
we're happy.
The whiskey.
Yeah, I'm gonna double
in my
fist that
bag
with my
is gonna
tea.
get us really drunk.
Oh,
There
you
you
have
go.
whiskey?
Yeah.
I mean, this is really a little toddy PBR.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
you're
it's-
not here on the night we're drinking whiskey.
I'm
No,
so
all nice. Yeah.
Let's just stay. I love David Sedaris.
All right, I can just drink PBRs
I
in the
can't,
corner.
no.
Just Skype in. Just
Yeah.
like
I mean,
you'll be
Can
fine.
you text
totally.
me?
About
Like
when
on
we
break?
make a new thing?
yeah,
or
we
just
can
on
text you a
break?
break. Sure.
Okay.
Promise?
I promise.
Okay.
Pinky swear.
We're like, all right, you need to come up with something.
You're gonna be having so
and
much
then-
fun. You're not
Last-
even gonna check your phone. Watch.
This is the last,
It's all good.
like,
World
microscope
We'll let
session,
you know
right?
Yeah,
what
it should
big
be. It should be.
things go down.
What do you guys think about giving her a crack at making her spots in the cycle, right? So
but
like
no,
so it won't be included in the legacy stuff, but like the period that we're doing right now, and then Shanna's focus. So having you still create two things. When you get back, maybe. So
Okay, when I
like,
get back.
yeah, no,
maybe.
tonight
You guys-
at
I'm
Sedaris.
not
Yeah,
demanding-
Obviously
I
at
was gonna say,
Sedaris.
why don't
I
we
think
make this
that'd be a
challenging?
great idea. Because I'll be inspired and it'll be really funny. All right.
You won't be distracted at all, because that never happens.
I love you guys.
Thanks for stopping
I'm
by.
sad to be leaving right now.
But also David Sedaris, so get out.
Yeah, David
Go enjoy.
Sedaris. Who knows?
Get it.
That's
It's
ever
gonna be
happen.
awesome. Hey, pleasure to meet you.
Yeah,
In
absolutely.
front
Yeah.
and have the cup off to the
That
side.
cup is just not designed to hold things.
I mean, this one right here.
What did we focus
No.
on last time?
That works though.
But that works.
Previous to the demons was
Yeah.
the gatherers.
Okay.
So now we're on demons and created the period event already, which was this thing.
I'll read them to you. The demon gate appears atop the volcano that becomes known as Devil's Peak. A scourge is released on the realm.
So many cups.
And then the event inside of that is demons begin feeding on the essence of the mycelium.
Mm-hmm.
And Shanna,
Yes.
it's your floor.
Okay.
You've had a week. I'm real encouraged by
Start
the.
you off strong.
By the way, what are we focused on again? I'm real encouraged.
I mean, besides this, what we know about the demons is that the griffins and the dwarfs eventually beat them.
And
That
that they come back.
Rosax closes the gate. They're going to come back eventually somewhere at the end.
Mm-hmm.
I think we were just all kind of gearing towards the fact that the humans like make stuff up to the mycelium, and that's who the mycelium reached out to when the demons come back.
Could be. Yeah.
I think that's written somewhere in there.
Okay.
Griffins take the wheel.
So, talk about it first before you read it.
Talk about it first.
Yeah.
I don't want any.
Okay. How do you talk about something? How do you talk
With
about an
words.
idea without? Okay, like storytell.
Yeah.
Okay. So, the dwarves and the griffins are in deep warfare with the demons of the sky. We are not entirely sure, like, what they look like or how they manifest or anything at this point. But, they decide to experiment with different types of warfare, leading to this, like, I mean, they try to inflict a disease.
The
on
demons do, or the
the dwarves
Okay.
try to inflict a disease on the demons, and suddenly everybody is terribly afflicted. The dwarves, the griffins, like mass chaotic, like weakness, death, kind of like amasses. Like,
are you creating a period or an event?
I'm creating an event.
Cool.
like in the Dwarven Griffin communities. And there's like a lot of panic because they're like, oh well, now the demons are gonna attack, but the demons don't attack, and there's like this kind of weird, like awkward, quiet space happening in the sky, and everybody's like ill, or maybe I should like try to decide what exactly this disease is, but everybody's either dying or caring for the dying, and everything feels really bleak, but the demons aren't attacking. And it's like suddenly sort of realized somehow that the mycelium are symbiotic with the demons. And so kind of injecting this into the demons created this like chain effect that ran all the way through.
So wait, who's symbiotic with the demons? I'm sorry.
The mycelium.
The mycelium? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Like they're also connected to the demons.
I mean, that makes sense. I did write that the demons were feeding off of the essence of the mycelium, so they obviously need the essence for something.
There's a strong connection there, and so.
But can I ask you a question about your wording?
Absolutely.
Do you actually see the?
I mean, it's not how I wrote it down. I was trying to talk about it first.
Yeah, do you see the demons and mycelium having a symbiotic relationship, or do you not see it as symbiotic? Because
parasitic
essentially that's what I was gonna.
Yeah, good call. So there is a what would you call that? Like just an umbrella term for that?
Symbiotic is they're both benefiting. Parasitic is one is taking from the other.
Okay. But I think it's more. I think it's more just like they're connected in a sense that they're connected enough to the mycelium that the ones connected to the mycelium are connected to the demons.
Okay.
They poison their own well.
Yeah. So they poison the demons, and it poisons the mycelium as a result.
And then it ended up poisoning
everybody who was affected by the mycelium.
Yeah, and that's how they found out that it's all connected.
That's quite the chain reaction.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
I like that a lot.
So how did you word your event?
Well, I worded it, the symbiotic relationship between the mycelium and the demons is discovered when the dwarves' attack of biological warfare is too successful, weakening all. Yeah. How could I word that?
No, that's
good.
That's succinct. That's good.
Clear and vague enough in both sides.
Yeah.
I found this game is really good for.
And, the game also suggests, and this is why I asked you to go into it before you read it, is to go into more detail, because these are they're blips of an abbreviation, So yeah, it's perfect.
For some of them.
Okay.
Where is this going?
So this goes somewhere in this pile, like after they start battling the demons, but before they close the gate.
So yeah, let's read through. Take my pen. So let's read through maybe a couple of those and see where it goes.
So I got the periods. Griffins and dwarves lead a campaign to purify the skies. So a chosen dwarf clan sees fit to unite the other clans and choose a king. Squabbling ensued until the Griffins intervene and chose a queen. That's basically Queen Lilyhammer's ascension. Upon the demise of Griffin's roost atop Mount Frosthelm, Queen Lilyhammer and Arok, the Griffin Lord, band their people together to create Skyhelm. So that's the Skyhelm event. Then Queen Lilyhammer is gifted a totem from the Griffins. Then Queen Lilyhammer's granddaughter, Rosax, endows the first Dwarven Elven College to research where the Demon Gate is located to bring an end to the war. And then the scene right below that, which Dwarven family totem was the one corrupted by foul demon magic. And then after the conclusion of the demon purge, it is found that fewer Dwarven Griffin bonds are formed, fewer each year. So I almost feel like it should be before that, somewhere before that. But it's up to you where you want it ultimately.
Can I see that?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, thank you. This is so handy on so many levels.
Yeah.
What program did you use?
So something called like draw.io.
Yeah.
I was just like Googling like a free thing, and it was like, hey, if somebody just did like an open source thing that linked in through Google Drive. So if everybody like connected and gave permission, they should have access to this and be able to tweak it.
Yeah.
I guess there's some like permission thing that's changing the next couple days.
Okay, it happens in between when
Slash maybe a scene.
Skyhelm is founded as a fortified city, and then Queen Lilyhammer is gifted a totem from the Griffins.
So it's you want it to be before she's gifted a totem?
Yeah, like in between those two.
Cool.
Very cool.
Because at that point, Griffins and Dwarves are living in harmony. Maybe they're, potentially they're like experimenting with like different ways to work together and get at it, get out those demons in the sky.
Yeah, totally.
And then potentially,
What's those
the
demons?
totem comes from sort of like either discovery or greater, greater successes towards an end or something.
Like healing.
Who knows? Yeah.
Some buddy buddies.
Sure.
Oh, we gotta bring chicken and a biscuit.
I was gonna get some today, but they
Jeez.
didn't have it at Plaid.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I won't do that
Oh
again.
my god.
I won't
Oh
do
my
that again.
god.
It's all good.
Oh my god.
If you rub it in, it's
Oh my
fine.
god. Oh my god. Sorry.
Guys,
You can have some more on the break.
powder is different than beer.
I know.
On that note, I just do a scope real fast.
These are so good.
I know.
Guilt. Oh my god, guilt. Oh my god, these are so good.
Do you want some?
Another one.
Just dissolve.
No, no,
What the fuck is that?
Will.
Alright, so I'm actually going to talk mine through.
The second feeding was
yeah.
much more slobbery.
So I'm really, I'm considering this in the form
Instant
of a scene as a question or an event, but I'm kind of leaning towards an event. I'm wanting something towards this end once the demons have returned, because I'm seeing this as a real hook to some shit that happened in the past. But basically I'm imagining that the demons took like people through the portal with them as they were retreating and before it was closed and they were left there. And so I'm kind of questioning like
Wait, who was left where?
the gate, you
like
mean?
behind the gate after the so the demons like took prisoners basically
Right.
back to and maybe had them for a while. I don't think I'm going to specify that specifically or how it happened, but they like when the gate closed there was a lot of people from this world that they had taken back with them.
Okay.
That are just no longer around anymore. And so I was playing around with the idea of what happened to them over the millennia. Certainly lots of death and other things, but I imagine that the demons had some other plans, perhaps when they're percolating, thinking about their next attempt at the Mycelium, a next attempt at the world. And so I'm imagining like, perhaps, descendants of or people who actually lived at that time are the first people that the demons send out into the world. The demons are no longer perhaps just ruling the skies, but now that they're sending agents out amongst the people to try and corrupt the Mycelium and assert their control that way.
Well,
Maybe it's that it's these like descendants of or connections to those people.
When is this happening?
After the demons of the sky return. Because I think this was the last thing. Yeah, I think this was like the last thing that we've got there.
Yep, the very last.
So this would
event.
happen right next after that. So it's like the demons of the sky return.
And the Mycelium reach out to the humans to rid them.
Yeah. And so like I'm imagining that the events are the ground troops of the demons are the descendants, the corrupted descendants of those who were taken from this world.
How long have these descendants been around?
Well, I mean,
they just started showing up once the demons returned, right? It's like they started sending them out, maybe. Or, maybe the demons returned in secret, but now they've and these have been infiltrating for a while now.
like sleeper agents.
Are they the sleepers?
Hey, tie it all together.
I'm not trying to be leading. I just really want to find out who the sleepers are.
Don't we all? But so
I have my ideas.
Hell yeah.
yeah, like there's a number of different possibilities
Mm-hmm.
as to. Okay, cool. Yeah.
I have some ideas where I want to word it, but I want to see if there's any like questions or things you guys have. But
I think it's cool because the demon gate gets closed all the way back here in the Griffin.
there's been a lot of time,
period.
and
So there's a huge amount of time. How quickly can people copulate? You know what I mean? Like exponentially. It depends on which races you pick, but like humans.
especially with some demon influence and some shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
humans fucking.
You're like, let's be practical
Speaking
here.
of just
Yeah, there's
tension,
gonna be a lot of people. over
Depends
there.
who you wanna vote.
Alterations.
Especially
who knows what
because-
demons can do.
Yeah.
Especially what mycelium elements they brought back with them. I don't know. I think there's a lot of potential in
Especially because you're doing
some
it in
apocalyptic shit happening up here.
like a sleeper agent army way instead of like a cattle way. So that really leaves room for exponential growth of a population.
I'm
Yeah.
also just wondering how the demons would have evolved within their own sort of hierarchy from this point in time, from when they left, to this point in time from when they arrive, and whether or not that timeline is actually the same back where they were from, back in their home
Sounds like
plane
an
of
excellent thing that
existence.
you can explore in your turn, Bill.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, timelines can be interesting. I mean, that's why, you know me, what I've seen from me so far is I love keeping things like, I love doing hooks and then leaving it real vague as fuck. Yeah, thanks. Also love writing on things.
Start writing.
So, yeah, any other clarifying questions or curiosities for that? Otherwise, I'm just going to
Hit us with your
throw it
brain
out and make a
words.
thing. Cool.
It is with your brain.
So then, Bill, it sounds like you have
Yeah.
something to start kind of gestating on. I'm not going to change it too much from what I've said so far. I'm just going to
yeah.
find a way to put that in a genuine
yeah.
sense. Brain words.
Brain words.
I was also contemplating this as a scene with what did what happens to the people that the demons disappear with through the gate, right? But I wanted to make it a little more concrete event.
Like you wanted to say this is what happened, and then you're creating that vague.
Because there's still
this
so much
happened
more
earlier.
about what else
Yeah.
happened, right? But
Totally.
yeah, exactly. That throwback hook.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, oh shit.
Like you're
people
creating an
disappeared?
event over here without
Basically.
creating an event over here.
Oh, they took people through the gate with them.
Yeah, exactly.
It is
Good
weird,
shit.
fun, creative, conniving gaming, right? Like everybody's winning from this, which is really fun.
Yeah.
It's like guys, what if? No, not actually. It has actually happened.
Yeah.
I'm
It's canon now.
gonna say this is dark, so I'm just gonna throw that out there.
I like when you read things that you're like, oh, I wrote that.
Yeah, you should run this one when that comes.
By the way,
out.
this
That's
is this is
interesting.
available for anybody to scroll through.
I have it up on my phone right
Okay,
now.
cool.
You know what I like about this, aside from everything? I like that we start in sort of this more fairy tale sort of, space, and then it kind of arcs into this really apocalyptic situation, and then this utopia-verse sort of. We've got so much going on.
Yeah.
Ride those
So
waves.
The
many
history
stories.
of a world.
History of a world, but it's interesting how our brains collectively mapped it out. Like, oh, the back in the days when things were cute, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then
And full of demons.
and then
We're all noobs.
now it's hard and it's gonna get harder, and then we're like,
Oh,
oh,
we
but
made it hard for
later
ourselves.
it'll be more balance and stuff, But it'll also there'll be drugs and it'll be weird.
Weird cannibalistic drugs.
I just think it's interesting how a group, a cross section of our brain, or how we collectively think. We don't start with dystopia, or we didn't. Maybe
Yeah.
we would if we did it again, but it's interesting.
Made the beginning, the end, essentially, where we have now. That's our start.
A
And
little
then
bit.
go from there.
Or it's everything repeats itself. So if we kept going, it would get.
Now you're just
It
getting Wheel of Time on me over there.
We haven't named the war, right? There's no.
We haven't named the war.
Just that it's a magical Cold War.
Cool. No. The other war. The Demon War.
There, we just named it.
It's more descriptive.
Oh, I think we should have a cooler name for it. That's what the common people call it, is the Demon War, But there's a cool historians call it something cooler.
You mean
Devil Battle.
World War One?
Yeah, like that.
That would be plebs refer to.
Yeah.
I need another even.
The Abyssal Rift.
Oh shit! The Abyssal Rift.
That's my go-to sex move.
How?
Really, it's your go-to.
Yeah.
You gotta lead up to that shit.
No,
man.
it's date one.
That's just,
If you can't handle my riff, you're not gonna handle my color.
there's no foreplay involving Abyssal Rift. There's no foreplay.
Abyssal Rift is actually all foreplay.
And Rift.
How do you feel about rifting? What?
You're gonna want to hold on to something.
We haven't even kissed yet. I know.
Thank you, Will.
You're welcome.
Inspired the fuck out of me.
What's up, baby?
Lit his brain the fuck up.
Now my last sentence is gonna completely fuck whatever you just wrote.
You
Which would be
inspired.
real
You inspired
What Bill's
the.
thing can't happen.
You inspired the Abyssal Rift out of me.
clear. Ooh.
Exactly.
I love
But
inspiring
no
the
to Bill's
rift.
thing.
But no.
I love getting you rifting.
Ooh, baby, I wanna slice that rift. Ooh. Sorry.
Fuck yeah.
What are we calling this for? Is something sounds uncomfortable.
The Rift Wars.
I mean,
I'm
it's
thinking Rift
demons.
something.
What do you?
That sounds pretty interesting.
Yeah,
I
you're
feel
right.
like Rift War is
The Rifted World.
is a trilogy of
Is it?
books. Yeah.
You're probably right.
So
That's almost
what
positive. You're
they-
right.
We could just call it Rifting is for Lovers. That could be the name of our show.
Rifting is for lovers, and non-rifting
all
is
right,
for
I can
dating
potentially
lovers.
rewrite this, but let me hold on. Having plotted their return for eons, the demons infiltrated corrupting sleeper agents into the populace long before their grand return. These agents are the descendants of those stolen by the demons long ago.
They
Yeah.
are so
Perfect.
the sleepers. They're so
I gave that as a
sleepers.
hook potentially, whether they are the sleepers or not. They're sleeper agents, and I said long ago, which means that when did they start infiltrating? Question mark.
Yeah, and I love that. That's a great question mark. I have a lot of ideas surrounding that, but I wanted to just dive in like right directly after yours,
Right.
which is great. So
Dive into my rift.
So I was wondering how the demons would have evolved from the point that they left to the point that they returned back into this world. So this is what I came up with. After many years of confusion, races in the region are befuddled concerning the evolution the demons underwent. They are far less bestial and savage, and far more intelligent, calculating, and willing to play the long game. A time of great mistrust overwhelms the people of the land.
Oh, it's a dark event.
This is all happening
So
when
dark.
Mycelia are lost for the world, aside from the chosen few. The demons have planned this. Maybe the demons orchestrated the fall.
What?
Maybe.
The sleepers have been there all along.
I don't know. I like this as open questions. I also like it as maybe like somebody write a fucking event about it. I don't know. So, yeah. No, this is fun. Yeah.
I thought of something, but it depends on what Connor does.
You did so good.
Can I have a Sharpie?
You're gonna love you.
So, Will,
What?
Clipboard?
I wanted.
Sorry, I
So-
didn't mean to stab you with my pen when
I
Yes, it was a
imagine
bleeding.
this
I'm
as like
bleeding.
the
You have to
that's
move my
the
hospital
point in time that this actually happened, but then the realization of like all of this kind of like trickled down over the years, which is I wanted to basically draw a distinction between this and this, like this happened then, but not many people knew about it. Not many people like really know about it. It's just mainly like a bunch of like Cthulhu investigations of like, oh my god, I've discovered something terrible, and like nobody believes them, you know. And then slowly but surely, you know, everyone's like, oh wow, this is actually real. This is you know like slowly uncovering.
I'm gonna actually caveat to say like it is discovered that having plotted this, because it's like this indicates it's happened well in the past, right? But like it's discovered somehow, right? I don't know.
Can I see Bill's event? I just want to read it. My brain works better that way.
Cool.
Reading things.
Yeah, than like hearing them, like seeing, overhearing. I don't know.
Word.
Exactly.
No, I'm the same way. I love how libraries run throughout this
It's
whole
dark.
thing.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Sacrosanct.
Fuck yes.
Do you guys know what tattoo we're all getting at?
A D20 on a 1
On a mushroom.
on a mushroom.
You guys didn't even think about it.
I've been thinking about it forever. We talked about
No, it's a mushroom rolling a D20.
Yes!
Like
rolling
it just
down the
dropped
side
it.
of the D.
Mycological. Rolling a D20.
Hell yeah.
So that's gonna be somebody's character, right? Michael. Logical.
We're logical, Michael.
Logical Michael. That's what they call
What's up?
Request.
me.
Take a
Sorry,
picture
I-
of
Yeah, I follow
this
Chick of the Woods. No big
and
deal.
no big
this
deal.
and then that.
Logical
and then
Michael.
on break we can send them
Just
to
a
Ashley.
random mushroom guy.
Cool.
So
That's his
she asked
character,
us to-
mushroom guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, my
Just a
phone is
walking,
recording,
talking
so-
mushroom.
Yeah.
No
Logical
big deal.
Michael, the mushroom. My friends love me. They all call me Logical Mike.
Ask me anything.
Hand me the period card with it too, just to give her context.
Which one was that?
The period card. No, the Griffin's one.
Thank you.
Hit me with your griffins.
Well,
Now I'm crippled.
I've read this like 4 times and not retained it because I keep making jokes.
I know.
Okay, focus.
I love that the Gatherer's first library is called The
I like this. It kind of puts like a certain air of like who can
No,
we
actually bring it
trust?
back. I didn't take a picture yet. Sorry, though.
So I wanted to know how the demons actually found out about this plane, to have a gate appear on top of
Ooh.
Devil's Peak. So we have an elven craftsman, Dictor Death Trumpet.
What is this?
Dictor?
Dictor.
Death
Yeah.
Trumpet?
Death Trumpet, those are the black chanterelles.
Oh, I thought it was just a
Don't
really
eat those
shitty
ones.
family.
No.
Yeah, don't. They're just terrible music.
I couldn't remember the name of the French name for it. So it creates the Black Mirror, which is a window into the demon plane, but because it's a window, it goes both ways.
Yeah, did not say mirror.
Well, because he thought he was making a mirror, but
Wah, wah.
nope. So now the demons actually have discovered. So I'm putting that at the end of this period.
Okay, got it.
And then the demons see this new place to exploit.
And they're like, boom, gate, let's fuck shit up.
Yep.
Wait, is that okay?
Is what okay?
No is other material planes.
Material planes, not other planes of existence like hell, heaven.
Okay,
those are all open game.
I just
It's
needed
material
to
planes, meaning
clarify that.
this one material world and then this other.
We're not
material
going to
world.
another Earth, no alternate reality,
No,
something
like,
like
yeah.
that.
Like
That's
another
what I meant by
dimensions.
yeah. So yeah, because they're
We're
at
doing
some
some
point,
DC
like we
shit.
really want to show you like the planar maps that they have from Planescape. 'Cause that's really cool. It's
Oh,
it's
An event.
it's somewhat descriptive of like there's the material planes that like where there is all of these potential connections, and then around that are all of the like good and evil and lawful chaotic alignment like and elemental planes and things that are all connected, and those are not material planes. That's why I was trying to be specific, and I don't want to just go to like another world. Let's hang out there. I'm like, no, we can have Fire Planet. That's fine.
Can you hand me the microscope book? Thank you.
So I did an event and a scene, and I kind of went off of what you two were doing, and I'm going to put this in the grand Mycologus created period. And essentially, I'm inserting the sleepers into our world, which are those humanoid agents working for demons. And so I'm going to put insertion of sleepers into the Mycologs, and then a scene I'm putting in that is, why did the Demon Lord want to corrupt the Mycologs?
So now we have a Demon Lord.
Demon
And
Lord.
corrupting them, leading perhaps to Cold Wars and other shit.
Is the Black Mirror also the gate, or is it different than that?
No, it's different from the gate.
That's what made them aware of our world.
Oh, that's made what made the demons aware of her.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because they could.
Connor's
could
point
see
was,
through.
how did they know to put a gate, like,
I
to
see.
know where we were?
Yeah.
So, do you want this to be the first event in this period?
Because it's so ambiguous, I think it can realistically go anywhere in the period. I saw it as kind of happening not too long after the Mycolog system is created.
Okay.
We just talk about the Mycelian network in the next thing. That's in the Magical Cold War. We bring up that there was a network.
The magical Cold War or the magical Golden Age?
The Magical Cold War age. That's when they say the Mycelian network is cut off between all Mycologs.
Long game. Is that one shitty druid the chicken of the woods and ancients? That is a non-scene scene, as in nobody's inserted it yet. But I'm like, holy shit, that's I am maybe who's responsible for the bird. I don't know.
Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna put it at the beginning of this one then, before things start to go bad between the wizards and the Mycelian.
Okay.
So it's just gonna be I guess it can be at the bottom, but it's the first event. Basically, the demons were like, okay, so they are connecting each other with these Mycologs. Like, fuck that. They want us not to do that for some reason. That's what the scene's for. I'm not really sure why, but that's something we can flesh out together. But essentially, the demons did not want us to have this connection with each other through the Mycelian.
So for my legacy,
The way you say that.
the Black Mirror grants undeath.
So not like eternal life, but just you're not
It's
dead.
here. It's alive.
Yeah.
Like this fruit fly.
I like that we've decided to kind of take more liberty with the legacy that I think Microscope was originally intended. Because, like, we were like, fuck it, let's use this legacy to add some fucking story to this game.
I don't know. I feel like that's the way the game intended.
Cool.
I don't know. I do. I feel like that because it's very specific to like the story, which is exactly what they said, and it's like just telling a little bit more about the thing that's like kind of fish hooking it like into perhaps like grabbing it for story later.
Well, it's like making the Black Mirror the legacy, and then you're also saying, but also the Black Mirror does this. We didn't talk about it yet.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe that was not the intention. No, I hear you. I hear you on that.
But I'm okay with this.
I'm totally okay. Yeah. I love it.
And I want to be specific about undeath. It's
not resurrection.
Yeah, it's like death becomes her. Like you got to take care of your body, cause
Otherwise, it falls apart while you're walking down the stairs.
I love that
and
movie.
you'll die, but you're still alive because you have undeath.
Yeah, no, you just can't die.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
And then what's your event or scene
But
that
it
you're
can be
And around
you
which
can be
legacy?
around any of the legacies?
Not helping.
God damn it, the
Event or
cheat.
scene.
The system is down. The system is down.
I'm feeling rather not creative today.
Your feelings are irrelevant.
You're doing really great for not feeling
Something.
creative.
Or we will squeeze the creativity out of you.
Sorry, I'm feeling very demonic.
Cool.
We're on demons, so that's
Appropriate.
good. It's time.
Let's do it.
Pick up the piece of paper.
Ooh, we're going scene-y. Scene. Oh, God, do it.
Just fold it. Just fold it in half. Oh god. Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna tear it so hard.
Separate. Just separate it
Get it.
slowly. Separate
You know,
it slowly.
if you lick it a little bit, it helps.
Lick it.
Oh.
and then separate
Perforate it. Perforate it.
Yes!
This is the moments we can tell Fisher's not paying attention.
Or he's just back there like, I don't want to
Oh,
look at
God,
the screen right now.
again?
What are they doing?
Scenes or questions?
Scene? Question mark?
Yeah.
If you can't think of it, just make it like a Jeopardy type question. What is the relation between?
Again, all of us are great rules lawyers, and we're like, how can I break the pre-existing rule here a
Yeah.
little bit?
Yeah.
I made a question, guys. You're not supposed to lead somebody. What do you think about doing it this way? God damn it.
I feel like we've been pretty good about trying not to lead, but more like help people like realize their ideas.
I think we've done the appropriate level
Gentle
of prodding when
push.
people have a mental block. Because we all have moments where like,
Yeah.
yo, do something. I'm sorry. It's been a moment.
Do you want to talk about like which one you're thinking about honing in on?
So I want to do a scene with the dwarves and their biological weapon.
Okay.
So you'd think the dwarves would use maybe like a parasitic mycelium against the demons. So yeah, why did the dwarves use something other than parasitic mycelium?
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
Did they have a choice?
Bam.
If the answer is yes, then that draws you to a specific conclusion, and if the answer is no, same thing, draws you to a specific conclusion. Because, we're assuming that perhaps the dwarves had a choice. Oh, I could use symbiotic or parasitic, but did they have a choice?
Also sternly worded letters, but I chose not.
I just pictured
Dear
a dwarf.
shitty sky demons.
I literally just pictured a dwarf named Karen.
Just calling. Oh.
I'd like to file a complaint
Calling the
with
sky
manager.
police.
Yeah.
These demons are not supposed to be here.
I'm
They
gonna
do not
write a
have a
letter.
permit.
Yeah.
Tonight.
Oh my god.
Tonight, to the demon lord himself. This is unacceptable.
Yeah. No.
And-
Do you know who I am?
We have soccer practice
They're
tomorrow
picking
on
on
that
me.
field.
Sorry.
Your demon hotline number was not evident in the brochure that I've got.
Yeah.
Please make it way more obvious than it has been in the
Shit all
past.
over my lawn.
may I read the scene that you wrote? Okay, so this is attached to the symbiotic relationship between the mycelium and the demons is discovered when the dwarves' attack of biological warfare is too successful, weakening all. So, the scene is, why didn't the dwarves use a parasitic spore against the demons? So why didn't the dwarves use a parasitic spore against the demons?
One more time.
I'm going to put it in front of you.
Cool.
Create a little bit of room.
Still under the parasitic spore line. I like it.
Yeah.
We don't know what they used.
Mm-hmm.
But, so clearly they had access to a parasitic spore. Like, why didn't they use that?
Uh-huh.
So.
I think I know. Well, okay, wait.
All right, hit us up with the one shot.
But okay, why didn't they use a parasitic spore on the demons? Oh, like after, like, I guess that
Like they used.
that comes after that event. So, you know,
It's kind of within that event. Like,
But, like-
they already had this biological weapon, but they had to, like, come up with something else.
but well, I guess it's like if it's post finding out the relationship between the demons. If it's post, it's like they wouldn't do it because they wouldn't want to hurt the mycelium that is connected to them.
We know.
If it's
we'll find out.
if it's pre that, then it's like, well, why would they? Well, yeah, I guess if it's pre that, it makes sense.
Yeah, I feel like it's kind of, it's in this event, but, like, at the beginning of the event.
Mm-hmm.
Like, before the relationship is discovered.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, because it's going to be attached to this event, but within the event itself, it can land anywhere inside that timeline.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're about to pass the dinosaur to Shanna.
It's been the entire game since I've.
Got to hold that dinosaur.
And,
I've never been able to.
And the focus is going to be different, so pass that to Shanna as well.
Do you know what you're going to focus on?
Mm-hmm.
Then I say we throw that up and then take a break.
Yep.
Bam.
Would you like a red, pen, green, blue, or black?
Red, I think.
All of them.
You can have all of them.
You're going to have red throw up?
Well, maybe green. Maybe green. Okay.
Do Mary and Barry.
Oh, it's good. I guess so.
Can I have the
No.
Make us a rainbow.
Thanks.
That.
Yep.
Emoji puking.
I need that.
I just pictured Zoidberg like when he
Every
did that.
moment it's away from me.
Like his weird little like face flange. I don't even know what you'd call that. Zoidberg.
My face
Oh,
flange
there's
is
tentacles.
What would you call that?
They're
Like,
tentacles.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
are they though? They're like.
Yeah.
They're like little. They remind me kind of like.
They're prehensile.
feelers.
Yeah, they remind me more of like feelers than tentacles. Cause he's got claws, so like why tentacles and claw, like face tentacles and claws is like such a weird combo.
Are you looking for logic?
I don't know.
Futurama.
So
Futurama.
they would be barbells then.
I mean,
Which is the, like, long things that fish have to help them.
octopus
Oh,
technically
like,
have tentacles
Yeah, like
and a
scoop.
beak.
Right.
Not
That's
scoop,
true.
but, like,
So-
sense things.
Weird.
Okay. Yeah, I gotcha. Cool. Whiskers, but not.
Oh my god,
I'm
I'm
wearing an
so
Iron
excited,
Giant
Shannon.
Futurama
I'm
shirt.
glad you're writing it under the table because I can't see what you're writing, and I'm like,
I'm just drawing like lots of boobs.
There better be some boobs on there when that thing surfaces.
there's a time and a place for boobs,
Okay.
and that's all of the times
That's
and all
all
of the
the
places.
Mycelial dildos.
I mean, mushrooms can look.
Yeah, I already have 3 scenes for that.
Was inspired
No.
by was
It was
inspired by
more
feelers.
about the boobs thing. I'm like, meh.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's how I felt when we were talking about balls.
Now
Do
I
you
know,
need the
now I
softball
know how
thing?
you really feel about my boobs.
I felt really weird. He's like, it's just like sucking on toes. I'm like, it's not. It's not like sucking on toes. Definitely not.
I mean, if toes are your thing, it might be. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's like totally your prerogative.
I dated a guy and toes were his thing.
But were they on a ball level?
We can talk about what it's like to have your
For
balls
him,
sucked
yes.
Yeah, we are, apparently. Tangentially. What's that? Sorry.
For him, yes.
Okay. Fair.
You guys want to hear a weird foot fetish story?
No.
It's not that
yes.
weird. My younger sister and my older sister's husband, like back when we were in high school, my older sister was already dating him. They decided to do this really long running joke, and so they cut out and like took pictures of a bunch of different feet and put them in a shoebox under my bed, and then
shoebox.
proceeded to pretend to find them later and be super supportive about my foot fetish. The more angrier I got at them.
That's
That's great. That's an awesome
I was just
joke.
like, no guys, this is not my fucking box. This is like ridiculous. And they're like, it's good. Like it's totally, you're fine. Like we don't judge you. Like, and I'm like, no, fuck off. Like this is not. I got so angry at them.
How old were you?
We were all in high school, so I mean, well, my younger sister was like in 8th grade, but
Damn.
Yeah.
Evil. So can we call this like foot lighting?
Yeah.
Like, no, we totally get that you have a foot thing. You're like, God damn it!
fuck no.
Just convincing you slowly over time. You're like, do I?
But do I? I start like looking at feet more often.
If only it was like in a Foot Locker.
Okay, Shanna, I'm dying.
I'm just trying to
She is, actually. There's a bunch of boobs.
Can you please reveal the
boobs.
like, seriously?
Okay.
Sorry, that's
I wasn't
weirder than I
planning
meant
on
to.
this, but I'm kind of excited about it because we haven't gone this way yet with this gameplay. So I'm going to do that.
Also a lot of boobs.
Also many boobs.
Oh, God.
What is happening?
It's not.
Well, it fell over because there's no weight holding it down now because of all the markers
I
taken
gave you all
out.
the markers.
I
Sorry.
don't know how to keep it up.
All right, we can fix this.
I don't know how to keep it up.
We
We
can
know.
fix this. in
Well, she
post.
said
It's fine. Even with all the boobs, even with all the boobs, you don't know how to keep it up.
they're all pointing down. But one's at me. One's
I like the
coming out of the
cockeyed
page.
ones. It's realistic.
I just tried to create an
ones?
array.
Yeah, the
You know?
cockeyed ones.
And like one
Yeah.
is, there's like some like this
lopsided.
one's like one's bigger than the other. That's also realistic.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're gonna take a break.
Everywhere I go, they're
Okay.
following me.
When we come back, more on.
The archdruid human, chicken of the woods.
Mm-hmm.
Is this the first time we've defined that he's a human?
No, it's written in the thing.
It
says
says
the
human
human
archdruid.
Cool.
It's in the bylaws.
I just
I
want to
just,
double
like-
check.
The bylaws that you wrote.
Erroneous. Eject. I don't know, I'm saying words. Let's get out of here.
Are you
Okay.
guys excited about it?
Yeah, fuck yeah, I am.
I just
Especially
I feel
because
like
he
we've
might
only-
be a sleeper. We don't know yet.
Where we last left off, Shanna just created the focus, the human archdruid,
Chicken boobs.
chicken of the woods.
Of the boob woods.
And
Very
for
nice.
those of you who can't see, you want to hand me that so that they can.
I like it being a theater of the mind. There's so many boobs on that. I'm just gonna look at cameras. Okay, we can actually.
No,
look at
yeah,
it.
let's
Yeah,
put it
yeah.
on
Yeah,
camera.
if you want to put it on camera. Here, bring it over.
I'm an artist.
Boob artist.
I mean, yes, you are.
Is
Human artist. Human archery chicken boobs. Boob boob the woods boobs.
What came first, the chicken or the boobs?
Mm-mm. Probably
My mom.
Probably.
Fisher says my mom. Okay, great. Yeah, mom. Sorry. My mom's the backer of the Patreon. I don't think you can make those jokes. Okay.
Is there a certain tier that we get to make fun of you? That'd be a really great tier.
That's like tier.
Every
That's
tier.
life tier.
It's just life.
Yeah.
People who aren't even part of Patreon. We're
Yeah.
making
But everybody knows mothers are off limits.
money. No.
No,
My mom
moms are fair
is
game.
the limit.
Yeah, they are.
All right,
Oh god.
Can't really go there.
I don't know anything about it.
Shanna. It looks like you're already writing. All right, Shanna's just good. She's off. She's off. She's going for it.
I mean, she had a vision with this whole archery chicken of the woods thing. So,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
boob vision. Boob
Dude.
vision. How many drinks do I
It's
have?
so
over here?
titillating.
A
It's
lot.
like waiting for you to.
New one now.
That's for you.
Sorry, this is the tease because I'm sick.
It was totally lost on these
The
assholes.
whiskey's
know.
just for fun.
It was literally
the
just for you,
PBRs
though. That's
for
why I
hydration.
winked at you, but I don't
Okay.
even know if you saw me wink at
Thank
you.
you. I felt it.
Good.
I wasn't listening.
And then love nuts.
I made a joke about her waiting being titillating, but
It was just great.
thank you for
I'm just
later
like imagining
appreciating
someone
that, Connor.
listening to all this.
It's still funny.
People are listening to all of us, probably.
Shanna, did you talk to us about what you created? Which I see is an event, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Where is said event landing?
Oh, this is light or dark? I need a beer for this.
The nuts in my mouth are like really drying me out.
What's up?
I thought we weren't talking about that anymore, guys. Just kidding.
I'm eating love nuts. Okay. Where is it located?
I don't know.
Question.
Throw a dart.
No.
Please don't throw a dart at my table, please.
I need that. That's a business expense.
Oh. Well, it goes right after this.
So what
right
period
here.
are we in? Just for the viewers.
Okay. Does it go before?
The Microlog.
So it's going after the Grand Microlog period, the largest school for wizards and home to their council.
Nope, that's wrong.
Okay, that's wrong.
Which
Scratch
one are you
that.
looking for?
The Grand Microlog having never fully healed from. Wait, okay. Magical Cold War between. Yeah, that one. Yep.
Okay. So magical Cold War between industrialists and naturalists, and then what?
It goes right after the bombing.
So the bombing, which is the first one, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so we're putting it down here, but it's right after the first one.
Yes.
Okay. Talk
So
to
it's between the Grand Mycolod having never fully healed from the bombing, finally dies. This severs the mycelial network between all Mycologs. And this happens before the next one, which is human archdruid Chicken of the Woods declares himself master of the mycelium,
Oh.
seeing himself
It's the
as the
prequel.
communication
It's the
hub
prequel.
for all connected beings worldwide. So
All right,
this
yeah.
happens first.
So
Yeah.
talk to us about it. What's going on?
Can I see it? Is that okay? Did you already read
This?
it? No,
No,
I
I
thought you
haven't read
this
it
out
yet.
loud. I'm sorry. I was reading something over here and I was like, fuck, I missed it. Keep
You
going.
didn't miss it.
Okay.
Okay, I want to just read my event and then we can
Totally.
talk about it.
Totally.
Yeah,
I love
totally.
that.
All right.
This is decided.
Totem Carrier, soon to be known as Chicken of the Woods, is the first to use the effects of the totem to its full intended purpose, to explore the forest of knowledge, history, and life force that the mycelium connects to.
Okay. So expand upon that.
So I kind of see him as the first of the gatherers.
Right.
The first person to, because like the way that I think about these totem carriers is, the totem kind of chooses you. That's how we've talked about it in the past.
We have.
And it's not. It doesn't always make sense. It's not even necessarily like there are no rules. It's just like who the totem connects to.
Yeah.
So and the totem makes that choice. So it could be like, and it doesn't even need to be through bloodline necessarily. It's just like your family lineage, whatever your family is, right? And these people have always been. It's always just. In my mind, up until this point, it's always been kind of like it's like an honor, but kind of like a cute honor, you know? Like, it's not like you made good on the family. It's just kind of just this random, like, it can be a lot of black sheep characters. It can be a lot of just sort of like,
No rhyme or reason.
no rhyme or reason.
Or so they see.
The only thing that has a rhyme or reason is the effect of the totem, like where it affects that holder, and that's why like the totem chooses you, right?
Okay.
And I see the Chicken of the Woods as the first after the Microlog, which has been like the grand union in my mind between the mycelium and humanoids, like. And it's been really like held up, like as this, like this is something you aspire to. It's this place of, it's like this the most sacrosanct library we have, right? It's like got all this accolade. It has fallen, and this totem carrier role has been sort of this, like it's like I said, it's just kind of like this formality almost, like oh you're the totem carrier, right? But I see this Chicken of the Woods character as somebody who's been like, I'm gonna plow through this like subtle ayahuasca sensation and like meditate with it and get into it and like, oh look, there's a whole fucking world down here, and there's like everything is down here. And I would even imagine, I mean, it's my turn so I can talk about it without leading myself on, but I would imagine it's blown this person's cranium, so to speak. It's like they are a little afflicted by what they've found that no one else has ever found, but it's been there for maybe thousands of years.
So when you say afflicted by what they found, do you mean that their sanity has sort of sheared off a bit?
They're the pioneer into
Yeah.
this
Can I ask you
landscape.
a question about that? Is this like the same thing? Because we also kind of said that the totem carriers became the gatherers, and we said Merrick the Gatherer makes first contact. So
Right.
How is that different than the Chicken of the Woods being the pioneer?
So
Like,
I think of Merrick as making first contact as like, he discovers first contact. He doesn't make first contact. He discovers when first contact was made with the mycelium.
Wait,
Isn't that what we were
was
just saying?
that said?
Yeah.
Is that,
It's
I
not-
thought so. I thought so.
And not explicitly, we've said
I'm
that.
not trying to.
No.
Gather Merrick discovers first contact is what we have explicitly written.
Discovers first contact.
Isn't there
We have not
scene
defined
in
first
that, or no?
contact.
So what I think about when we talked about that before, I thought about the gatherers as people who plow down into this world, like plow down, like go deep into the mycelium. Garrett discovers first contact with, like, he goes that deep that he's like there when it, like, he sees how the mycelium like made first contact.
Oh, like you're saying he digs so deep into this
Yeah.
world that the Chicken of the Woods pioneers into that he goes like all the way back here and figures this out.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's what I thought about, but if it's not.
No,
Holy shit.
Yeah.
So say that one more time.
Holy, yeah, please say that one more time, because I just realized how intense that is.
Yeah. So like when he discovers first contact, it wasn't he's making first contact. He discovers he goes that deep. Like he goes to the beginnings, which is maybe potentially how he becomes this great character.
I didn't see it like that at all.
But I like it. We should write it on the back of the card, I feel like, or something.
Really love that.
That we may like need first contact to the beginning of the.
And I see the Chicken of the Woods character as being more that like first pioneer that discovers that there's another way other than the mycolog, which has been like really compartmentalized and contained, and like it's like a totally different way to interact with the mycelium that we've always kind of had, but it's like, it's like, yeah, go ahead.
To clarify too, we've got two scenes on top of this one that actually sort of reference that. Like, this one is vaguely Shanna wrote how does Merrick reach symbiosis with the mycelium to discover first contact with the dead? So it's with the dead, but connecting back to that.
Oh, I wrote
we
that
talked
one.
about. Oh, okay, but yeah. And then I had written, what does Merrick learn about the true motives of mycelium, which I think we connected back to the first contact.
Yeah.
Like why they made that first connection. I think it's pretty cool.
I think of Garrett as like a great archaeologist, sort of.
You mean Merrick?
Like
Merrick.
Yeah, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You created him.
You created
I
him. I know.
Whatever.
I'm a bad dad. So
Cycling back to earlier
Right.
conversation.
this whole thing is about it, daddy issues. So no. But yeah, I think of the Chicken of the Woods as sort of this like, totally mavericky cowboy. Like I don't know. I don't know how I see him.
Riding tornadoes and shit.
Yeah, this person. Yeah, kind of like riding the A-bomb. Like
okay, so
we're gonna figure out where this goes.
Let's place this, and that's really awesome.
Cool. Okay, so my
Somebody
scene
got your sibling.
is what is the
Something that
experience
they
of
did
the first
themselves.
followers?
Damn. That's awesome.
Right? I'm so proud of him. Then.
When you
Speak to that.
Yeah, speak to that. I want to know about
I
the
keep
word
jumping ahead.
experience
Yeah,
and the
I
word
like this.
followers. Like
Okay, what? Yeah, okay, so I imagine, like, he makes this great discovery, he declares himself the Chicken of the Woods, right, like, eventually, right? So it's like, what happens in the middle is what I'm trying to collect with this scene, so maybe I could word it differently. Like, how does he create this,
How does he become a cult leader?
Yeah, how does he become a cult leader? Should I write that?
Sure.
How does Chicken of the Woods become a cult leader?
How does his head blow up that big?
Yeah.
Why is he so full of himself?
And I like that Chicken of the Woods has become a title now.
No.
Was
he the first chicken?
Dude, what's his real name? Who's gonna write that?
I don't know.
I hope it's something great like
That's right. There is no name to this guy. It's just Chicken
There's
of the
so
Woods.
much, like, so much of the time when I write something down, I don't realize it till I put it on the table that all the gaps are in my own mind. Like, I think we're all on the same page. Like, you're all in my mind, right? You know exactly what I'm thinking.
we're on the same page.
Yeah.
We're symbiotic. That's
We're
why.
symbiotic.
You need to see if there's vocabulary already established in the game for what I want to say.
That's what I'm dealing with right now too.
See, like, I'm glad we clarified that Merrick thing, because I thought you guys were all 100%.
I mean, I was on that page.
I think
That's
we're
what
like
thought.
50-50 as a
Is
group.
that?
Thank you.
Yeah.
It wasn't coming up on my phone again. Then I got
It's so
distracted by
fun.
Instagram.
When you get to be the lens and you get the dragon.
I like
So
had
fun.
I had the dragon over in the corner for most of the time. I forgot about him.
You didn't even know.
I didn't get the real joy. I
Will
guess.
you get a picture?
Yeah. Just Connor's phone though.
Do it.
The time I was the lens. Get out of my lens shot.
It's a real wobbly lens.
Shut up. You're just jealous because you didn't wear the dragon in your head when you had the chance.
You missed a fucking chance.
I've had a lot of dragonhead, thank you.
And that thus dragonborns were created in our world.
But, not as PCs. son of a
Sorry.
bitch. All of Bill's turns are just devoted to murdering Dragonborn,
Oh my
no matter
God,
what.
yes.
How the Archdruid
I
Chain
know.
of the Woods
I find
kills
myself
all
on
Dragonborn.
defense. Like,
The demons kill all Dragonborn.
funny.
So this happens at the beginning of the Golden Age, actually.
Oh,
Holy
I'll put this up
shit.
here. Terran, the being who will one day be known as the Chicken of the Woods, secretly enters our world from the demon plane. As the first sleeper, he begins to enact the demon's plan to encourage the schism between humans and Mycelian.
What?
Yeah.
That doesn't quite.
And then the First International Council, one very large nation excluded.
Can I just say
and
one thing?
sycophants. Throw it down.
I put in the one before that they started putting inserting
Which one?
sleepers. In the Grand Mycolog age, I put insertion of sleepers into. I mean,
As a sleeper.
yeah, I was just throwing it out there.
As a sleeper. Forgot about that one.
Sleepers.
As a sleeper, he begins to enact the demon's plan to encourage the schism between humans and Mycelian.
Makes
And
sense why
then
they
there's
started
some
cult.
terrorist shit. There's some First International Council things that happen where people are being excluded. Mycologs and things are going down. I'm not saying there's not a reform happening.
That is an
But-
old ass human.
But you're also saying that
Well,
Terran,
there isn't-
aka Chicken of the Woods, is quite possible the person who originally flicked the dominoes.
Yeah.
You know what I also love about this?
Because at the beginning of the Golden
is
Age, that started the fall
according-
traps.
According to this, Terran even tricked the Mycelian. Because Terran was chosen by the totem.
Well, and it's not to say that there isn't a progression of the character, right? It's not to say that it doesn't eventually come out positive. Who knows? But the Mycelian we've already shown to be symbiotic with the demons at this point.
Yeah.
And he then altered or connected or on the demon plane for a really long time, or is a product of whatever's been happening on the demon plane, and comes back into our world, beginning their plan perhaps.
But he's
Or
so
continuing the plan.
grifty that he somehow even was so is somehow so symbiotic with the Mycelian that he was able to be a totem carrier, which is maybe what he needed.
Well, his character's motivation could change too. Maybe he
Yeah,
stops
maybe it's redemption.
supporting the demons.
That's true.
Well, I originally was thinking about him re-emerging over time later, and maybe this will happen. Actually, I probably shouldn't talk about that speculation, right? I don't want to encourage other people from doing it. I'm gonna leave it up to people.
On your turn though, can't you?
Yeah, I think
The
I
book
want to
discourages
speculate
it.
more
Oh,
from
okay.
around the event where
Sorry,
I'm
book.
dealing there. But I will say I was thinking about him showing up later in time, and I was like, that'd be really cool. But I was like, well, what about earlier in time, back there, as a connection with that? So, yeah, and it certainly starts off dark. I'm not saying it can't end up light, and some other interesting bits and connections that way. Well,
Oh, sorry. I'm I keep thinking things that I want to share, but I'm realizing they're leading.
Well, let me share.
Hit us
Next
with your
event.
event.
I was really hoping because you written so much. I was really hoping that what I wrote fucked you, but it's fine.
No, yours
I'm just messing
added
with
to the orgy of pleasure that is about to happen.
Better than orgy.
That is going to span space and time. So it's interesting.
Love temple
You
orgies.
just said, well, could this figure potentially span into the future? But what if it spanned into the past? So, oh gosh, who knows what connections people that gain the ability, that hard-earned ability to connect with the Mycelian, who knows how that affects their dreams? Who knows how that affects the divinatory process of seeing the future, seeing the past, looking into the knowledge of the dead, and having a lot of stuff like laid out in the sense of like great wisdom that they have to sort of piece together, and then and that could be pieced together for good and for ill. Like they're the human or humanoid, I should say, at this point, the construct could in fact like interpret something in a negative light, also in a positive. I mean, like that happens, right? Our meaning making machines are vast. So what I wrote is this. Now, this is an event, and this event is going to be the first event after the start period.
Okay.
Whoa.
Villager and master mushroom cultivator Derek Havensrest, friends refer to him as Chicken of the Woods, found himself communicating with unseen forces. Only after decades of honing this communication did he create a commune dedicated to deepening this connection. His successor was his loyal and loving daughter, Mayataki Merrick Havensrest.
Whoa!
So how are we reconciling the different names?
How are we
Or how are you reconciling the different names? Or is this a different Chicken of the Woods?
I'm saying that, well, what was Chicken of the Woods' real name?
Terran. I just defined it in my event.
Yeah, so where did the name Chicken of the Woods come from?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So my question is this the same Chicken of the Woods?
So I'm seeing this as a very Dune-esque moment. You have Paul. But then after he took the spice, he renamed himself as Paul Muad'Dib, right? And so, what do you mean?
More plot in there, but yeah, sure.
Well, but I mean, like it was through a transformation, no?
It was more like it was a name that he gave to the Fremen. Like he'd already been taking the spice for a while,
but he gave that name to himself.
Yeah, I guess that was the one they asked. Like,
yeah. And that signifies a transformation. He would have not given that name to himself if he hadn't considered himself a very different person from before and after. Well, that's how I'm kind of envisioning Terran. Mm-hmm. Terran is now this very different person after she's he or she, yeah, he, right? Gone through whatever they've gone through, and so now they felt like they were such a different person that they should go by a different name. So they communed with the Mycelian, and the name that they got from that was Chicken of the Woods. And it was through that connection of that first connection. Maybe Terran has no idea why that name came to them. But in back in the days of old, that's what happened.
Yeah.
So you're saying that the Chicken of the Woods was named at that point? What you're saying through your event?
I'm tasting
not that
flavor.
Chicken of the Woods.
A Chicken of the Woods. I'm real confused with all of this.
Okay. What are you confused about?
So what is your timeline? So you're saying you're putting that there. So Connor, would you read the card again?
Village in Master Mushroom Cultivator Derek Havensrest, friends refer to him as Chicken of the Woods, found himself communicating with unseen forces. Only after decades of honing this communication did he create a commune dedicated to deepening this connection. His successor was his loyal and loving daughter, Mayataki Merrick Havensrest.
Can I ask you one question on this?
Only one.
What's his race?
Well, human, according to that thing. According to the board, human.
But we're talking about
the only thing I'm not trying to poke holes, but humans didn't exist until this period.
So he's not human, but I'm also not declaring what race he is.
I'm trying to think about a way to ask you a question to help clarify, because I'm picking up what you're putting down. Are you talking about a transference of spirit, so to speak, like however you define it, from this like original said Chicken in the Woods through the symbiotic relationship? So like, I mean, everybody's like seems to be caught up on like, who is the Chicken of the Woods? But when you're symbiotically related to like this organism that like embodies all of like your whole fucking like timeline of like history of like being, right?
Mm-hmm.
Of like since first contact.
Mm-hmm.
Since first contact, kind of full circle. It's like, at what point do you start and like you know, and stop.
Here's
That's what I'm.
Here's
that's
what I
kinda
see. Here's what I see.
Mycelium
The
linear in
Mycelian chose Derek for a reason.
Right, and maybe. So are you saying maybe they're choosing Taryn for a reason?
Yes. But whether or not that worked out as well as Derek is an entirely different story. Like, it's sort of the Mycelian perhaps like ingratiates this person as a sort of, okay, we choose this person for various reasons that only the Mycelian can even fathom. We choose this person as our like messiah figure, our gateway into the what does Merrick learn about the true motives of the Mycelian?
Maybe there's a connection later. I don't know. I
Right,
found that interesting.
right. So what I'm trying to say is
wasn't
that
there a Merrick in
in
that
different points in time, have the Mycelian perhaps chosen a sort of messiah figure. Okay, and the connection in the timeline through various divinatory processes. That name always pops up, Chicken of the Woods, Chicken of the Woods, Chicken of the Woods, in various timelines. And so all I'm saying is that Taryn and Derek are two totally different people, but in terms of their purpose as chosen by the mysterious, entities known as the Mycelian. And by that time, like who knows how many factions have been made of just the Mycelian alone. They, chose Taryn, but Taryn goes their own route.
I really like the way you're interpreting this lens because it's like we have human archdruid, Chicken of the Woods, and you chose to focus on like the Chicken of the Woods part, like maybe outside of like I like that you like split them.
Yeah,
which is kind of fun.
Yeah, because it's I'm obviously like complete like the human archdruid Chicken of the Woods is the focus for sure, but that very much relates to them.
Like the origin of the title or a connection of the
title. Absolutely.
I also really like the sake of, I don't know if you're allowed to like things when you're not the lens or whatever, but like I like that it's the way we're telling this whole story skews time a lot. Like time is and is not.
Mm-hmm. Especially, in my mind, especially to the Mycelian.
Exactly.
I still fully support the Mycelian being non-linear temporal beings.
Yeah. For sure. For sure. I mean, and
not canon yet.
I'm also open to them not, but I am imagining them not very, what you said, like time linear, but also they certainly grasp what that is, especially when studying all the humanoids, since they're so addicted and rooted in time-based, So anyway, that's what I got.
Hell yeah.
Connor.
This totally sent me on a whole nother path. Can I borrow the clipboard?
Good.
You're gonna drop so many bombs. You have like so many prepared. I can see it.
Chicken of the Woods is a robot. Mushroom robot.
Honestly, it started off as a joke for Bill, but then I turned into like this whole thing, and I'm actually gonna do it now.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm so scared, actually.
Chicken of the Woods, the first Dragonborn.
Oh man, I'm
not
player
character.
I'm not gonna kill you. I'm just gonna kill Chicken of the Woods.
Yeah.
But
Then
I go
you don't have a
after
turn.
you, Bill. So.
Huh?
I said I go after you.
Yeah, you don't have a turn. The thing Max sees. He spans time. There's a Dragonborn throughout all of our history.
Until the last goddamn round.
And the game's over. We've concluded.
No, you can't. No, I still say no.
Can I
so
have
this
that period? I'll write in a back. Thank you.
Are you changing it?
This goes in between Amanita crawling out of the wreckage of The Last Gather and before she starts sharing pieces of her body with people. And it's because she met the myconome Agaric, who has been chronicling the chickens of the woods throughout history.
The myconome?
Yeah.
We've established micronomes earlier, right? Or at least we mentioned them, but we haven't actually named them yet, I think.
forgot about him though.
So
Logical Michael
can you
is
just read
right
that?
now.
Yeah,
Micronome
definitely.
Agaric
Logical Michael.
Agaric.
shares their
That is a
Chronicle of the
character.
Chicken of the Woods with
You can
Amanita.
dip some or I
Chickens.
can dip some.
You can
Chickens
definitely
of the
doing
Woods
this.
with Amanita.
Logical.
Light or dark, by the way? Light. Dark. Purple.
Dark.
Really?
It's been a long train of chickens. I'm realizing that. Okay, we're good.
I'm so hungry.
Chickens.
You want my last little bit of noodle dish?
You're offering me
Yeah.
like tepid noodle dish? I get so envious about these.
You're my tepid noodle dish.
Oh,
Is even a piece of meat in there?
so
It is.
It's
in
actually
fact,
chicken.
It's chicken.
It's
yeah,
chicken.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, it's in the woods of
I'm
the
salivating
noodles, the
already.
noodle woods.
Mm.
The woods.
Let's keep trying pines or puns, and it's
Woods.
real hard. Pines, pine puns. No, I lost it. No.
Okay, can
It
you
felt
can you
good.
talk about that? I want to hear more about that
So
because Ashley needs more time to fuck me.
It's a big build up to fuck.
Agaric has been secretly following since Derek.
It's a very long-lived Agaric.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So you think?
I mean, he could die tomorrow. They could die tomorrow.
not mushroom time.
Has been just like chronicling all the iterations of Chicken of the Woods through the ages and writing it down in one volume and hasn't really shared it with anybody else before.
But as he's nibbling on Amanita, I don't know.
No, well, I mean, so this is before Amanita starts sharing pieces of herself with other people. So, like, what knowledge does she find in this chronicle?
How does a Garrick live that long?
Not that it is.
You don't know, and you don't, or you won't tell me.
And there's nothing to say that Garrick actually lives that long. There could be other weird shit happening. Because the card doesn't specify, but that's the vision. The vision and the hope is that is the case.
Yeah.
Well, if people
And
can
unless
like
it's-
reach back through history and like interact with people through the mycelium, could that be?
Maybe a Garrick together. Maybe a Garrick. We also haven't talked much about the micronomes.
Sure.
Maybe the specific gnomes that are parasitically connected to the myceliums are altered. in
I also
some
like
interesting ways.
Merrick, Agaric.
McGarrick.
So
That's delicious.
the common
Thank you so
name
much.
for Amanita mushrooms is fly agaric.
Mm-hmm. I just like,
Yeah.
I don't know, I liked the alliteration. Merrick, Agaric.
I mean, it sounds chickeny.
I like that we're getting all these good names out of like mushrooms.
I've used all of my character names, unfortunately. I got nothing else.
It's awesome. Yeah,
All right.
I'm ready. I'm no
I'm
lube.
just gonna read it to you guys.
No lube. Just
Yeah.
first of all,
Yeah.
wait before you begin.
Yes.
I'm sorry, Elizabeth. Okay.
I'm
Cool.
not gonna die.
Cool.
Human archdruid Chicken of the Woods uses the mycelium to reach symbiosis with dragons. The relationship that follows results in his love child, Linus, a dragonborn destined to be shunned in a world that lacks understanding, angering his people and bearing the title for a time.
One more time. I want to see the look in Bill's eyes. Now this is on podcast. We can
So
just watch
good.
this and repeat. We can
Human
make
arch-
memes out of this. Meme this. Viewers, meme it.
Human archdruid Chicken of the Woods uses the mycelium to reach symbiosis with dragons. The relationship that follows results in his love child, Linus, a dragonborn, destined to be shunned in a world that lacks understanding, angering his people and bearing the title for a time.
So wait, has Linus become a Chicken of the Woods? Is that what you're saying?
Where?
No, the title gets buried for a time because he pisses off his people. And I was going to put it right above where the humans make it forbidden to interact with mycelium.
I have no idea what you're talking about. When is that one?
It's in this period, and it's an
I
event.
do not
All right,
remember
so
that
we
period.
fucked dragons through mushrooms. We're not allowed to do that anymore. Someone.
Basically.
Okay, cool. We've gone too far. Going back to family value.
This one right here. It's gonna go right before. Going back to family values.
We're going back
The
to family.
humans are getting more conservative.
All right, we're fucking dragons now? No.
Next thing you know, people are gonna be fucking their dragons.
It's already out.
Happening?
Alright,
Some dude in a field's like.
so to clarify, I'm
I
putting
support mycelium marriage. Want to be really clear?
I support all symbiotic relationships.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Symbiotic, not parasitic.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Fuck yes.
Anyway, I'm putting it right before interacting/treating with the mycelium becomes verboten for humans who instead engage in dehumanizing, otherizing, oppressive behavior towards it. This eventually results in exploiting, enslaving, and using the mycelium to their own end.
Okay, could I? I'm gonna read the scene that's attached to that, because I want to relate it directly to what you just wrote. Are there some humans opposed to this treatment of the mycos?
I still want to fuck dragons.
I'm seeing that as more like the spark that lit the like keg. You know what I mean? But yeah, definitely.
Oh
People
my
were
God.
not happy with that. You're welcome, Bill.
I hate you. God damn
You just said PC
I
characters,
gotta
Bill.
read
That's
all
all.
I
that.
know. No, you guys made me say PC. I wanted to say Dragonborn period, and you were like, everyone was like, let's compromise and say just PCs, and I'm like,
To
fine.
be fair, he might never be in any
You
campaign.
could have said no.
Linus the
And
Dragonborn.
made it a hardline thing like I
And
did with
stand up for
teleportation.
Yeah,
yourself.
because I like to, actually be sort of be malleable a
Do you
little
want me to
bit.
write a different one?
Yeah,
Boo.
yeah. I'm the opposite of our
Standardized.
president.
Do you want me to write a different one? Because I had another one that wasn't a joke, but
Out of curiosity, yeah. What do you got?
I was gonna.
No,
Let her do
no,
it
no,
later.
no. I like this.
When we
I like this one.
leave, then. But
To be
Off
fair, I
camera.
said it was in a world that didn't want them there still, Bill. So
Wait.
I mean, I gave that to you.
Can I say that in your voice?
In a world.
or
sorry.
mushroom human dragon love childs. Also, by the way,
Didn't want
I
them
really
still.
like the non-binary sexual situation that has to happen here. It's
Yeah,
not
it's good.
like human on dragon. There has to be a mushroom
You
intermediary.
fucking liberals.
There's a
No, I
hot
literally said there was one.
Yeah,
There was
there's
a
a
symbiotic
hot
relationship through the mycelium that
Also-
created Dragonborn.
human
We
on mushroom
all-
on dragon.
Throughout this whole time, have
Technically,
not
mushroom
decided
born.
that like any sort of gender for Chicken of the Woods. We've used they and them more frequently as we've gone on.
I
in this
definitely
I
just
said-
made this one a dude. Though,
I said
think.
he a lot for Terran, but I'm also open to.
I think
you
I
know,
wrote he on this
whatever.
one, but I buried it. I shouldn't have. Sorry,
I
guys.
buried it.
No, that's good. Put it in there.
Sorry.
Buried it in that dragon.
Yeah, I put his love child.
I was so close to
I like to
something,
believe
and
that
then
humans
I
and dragons never
started
have direct
talking to you
combination.
guys. It sucks.
The human fucks the mushroom, and the mushroom fucks the dragon. So technically, it's a
Okay.
dragon mushroom.
So, and I will say that my card did say, I don't know, I'm kind of open to gender too, but it says human archsteward Chicken of the Woods declares himself master of all mycelium.
Yeah,
So,
mine was also male.
You guys.
I'm open. There could be.
I'm totally down
I
for not
believe in you.
gendering.
There could be
got it.
chickettes of the woods.
Well,
it's fine.
I have an idea. I have ideas, but they're. It's the end of the night, and sort of, and it's feeling. Really I know. I've got. It's not
Love
entirely
you.
wrong.
you're
I'm just like-
Walter. You're just an asshole.
I also have PBR and T, all boozed.
Oh,
Yeah, like
you're
every.
surrogate Ashleying. Oh, we've got
Yeah,
all the
hold on.
beverages.
I don't know. That's all I got. Drink.
Nobody drink.
That was a good hiccup.
I force it, you know, as you do.
Okay, give me a second.
Fine.
Done.
I mean,
Man, tall cans of Paps are hard to get through. It's like easier to drink like a regular can of Paps than it is to drink a tall can. I feel like. Is that weird?
The problem is you're taking too long. You have to get
I
let it
keep
get
forgetting
warm.
it's back there. It's like behind. It's like out of my line of sight. You
No
know
one
what I
wants
mean?
70-degree paps.
That's what they said.
It's still pretty cold.
We just opened this up to so many options.
Yes.
Well, so the
Can you
the,
pass me yours again?
hold on a second.
I just gotta read it.
Hold on a second.
Okay.
The focus is the archdruid Chicken of the Woods.
This
So-
focus is clearly Dragonborns at this point. That's cute. I'm just kidding. Go ahead. No. Sorry. Sorry. That was a joke. I wasn't really focusing on that, but continue.
Yeah, I know it was a joke. It just hit hard.
Oh.
Got me real deep.
Yeah, just
Abyssal Rift.
What were you saying?
That's why the demons came in. We've gone too far.
How dare you?
No, they came in because they saw through the window.
Yeah, they saw Dragonborn through the window, and they're like, God damn it. We have to end this realm. Just throw it out there. Right, that's
I'm
the
getting closer,
evangelical
guys.
thing. Like, we gotta bring on the apocalypse, right?
I did intentionally not gender line.
Because, I mean, gays cause hurricanes, right? Isn't that the line?
Yeah, her name's Bianca.
Do we need more sassy hurricane names? Hurricane Gary just isn't cutting it.
No, so Bianca Del Rio did 2 movies called Hurricane Bianca.
I did not realize that. Also,
They're
don't
on
know who that
Netflix.
is. Also, don't know who Bianca Rio is.
Bianca
I?
Del
I feel like I
Rio
should
is
have.
my favorite drag queen from RuPaul's Drag Race.
Oh.
Yes, RuPaul's Drag Race.
Shout out, please sponsor us. I mean,
$10,000 and NYX Cosmetics. Please.
Actually, RuPaul's Drag Race would more likely sponsor, Dungeons and Drag Queens, which if you've never watched that is hilarious. It's awesome.
I will have to watch
Okay,
It's great.
okay.
It's great.
Wait, I have a
There was a
question.
local one too.
We have an answer.
Your question is a question. 'Cause
I was
it's-
just thinking
No.
that. A question within a question.
Okay, hold on. Okay, keep going. Sorry.
You don't have a question. You can't question
You
tease
definitely
us.
derailed the conversation enough that we're all,
QTs.
we're all gonna
Sorry.
stare at you now.
I just feel
So
like
back
I
to drag
I
queens.
don't know what
So
I don't know what I'm
Bianca
gonna do, but I'm on the verge of something
is-
big right now, and
Yeah.
I'm just really
She's funny.
excited.
She's
She
super,
said-
super hateful.
Do you want that back?
Um,
Really?
Oh fuck! I have to think of the legacy.
Yeah. Continue.
but has 2 movies on Netflix. The first one is Hurricane Bianca, which is really good. You should watch it.
Cool.
The second one is Hurricane Bianca from Russia with Hate, which is also really good.
Ooh, that's a good
James
James
Bond
Bond reference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sold.
And Rachel Dratch is in both movies and fucking hilarious as the like super tight-laced Christian
Where does this fit?
Deborah.
In these?
I'm sorry, do you need this?
No, it's where it fits within.
It goes, I believe, because you did the Myconome?
Yeah, it goes in
before
between.
the begins offering? Before it begins offering?
Yeah,
Or-
so it goes in between her clawing her way out of the wreckage
It goes
and
here.
her offering herself up as
Time.
sacrifice.
Time.
Thank you. It's helpful.
Nope. That's the scene on that one. And then that. There you go. I've expanded your timeline.
Thank you. Thank you. That's helpful. I'm close. So close.
Also what she said. It's 2 snaps. Cause,
I
yeah,
set you up for that one.
Okay, so what's
that's
going
what
on?
she said. Thanks. She's figuring some shit out. That's all we got so far.
Contemplating the life of the.
Are you guys
chicken
tired
the
of
woods.
this yet?
No.
Well, slightly, but I just I'm glad that you're making progress and it's good.
I am. I
Mostly
thought we
because
were all
we're
laughing and
so-
having a good time.
We
Close.
are. I'm totally
So
fucking
close.
kidding.
I can distract. I
I had
can
a whole
vamp.
week.
Take your time. I'll vamp.
Hashtag I had a whole week.
This is
So
what editing is for.
nah, that's we're putting all of this in. So on random shows that have nothing to do with anything but
What's
retail show.
Can I have the paper?
Have you ever watched Superstore?
No.
I actually really dig it. So I think they're in their 4th season now.
Oh,
Yeah.
I saw half of one episode on actual television.
Get into it. So it's on Hulu. It's
Okay.
intriguing. Especially
Hey,
because you're in
Shannon.
retail.
Yeah.
Pass
So
Ashley
it's
the red
what I love
Sharpie.
about it. It's a very like liberal progressive show, but it takes place in Missouri. It basically is they're in Walmart, but the
Yeah.
store is called Cloud9. And so they're on Cloud9 and all that bullshit. And they're all Walmart employees without being Walmart. Like it's all explicitly that. And it's very well done. It's like pop culture references, very like highbrow writing. All of the shit's really intriguing. With all of the like, they constantly throughout the show, like each half-hour show has like this is the theme that we're doing, or it's Black Friday, or there's something happening, right?
Yeah.
But they'll always have like these transition scenes, which is just fucking customers doing weird shit, right? Like, and that's it. And then you never see them again, right? It's just like somebody coming in and be like, oh, like the granola, and then we just like. and just pour. No, I don't want that, and pour it back in and then leave. Just like weird shit happening all the time.
That's
Dude,
not weird.
hashtag too real. Yeah, no.
Yeah, no,
for
it's good. It's fucking fantastic.
So for our viewers, just to remind you, Connor, myself, Ashleen, Shanna, we're all in the grocery industry.
Keep your hands out of the fucking bulk bin.
Too fucking real. Keep your hands out of the bulk.
Keep your
That's all
hands
I'm
out of
saying.
the fucking hot bar and the salad bar too, because that's just nasty. For
And
us.
my olive
By the way,
oil.
you have to sit down in order to.
Oh, yeah, it's real
Fucking
important.
out.
Real important. So good. You guys would like
Keep
it from that
spreading those
perspective, probably alone.
antibodies.
But I love like how like in the deep, obviously a very like conservative area they are, but all of the very liberal, progressive viewpoints they have. Like there's even one character who is like this redneck rapper, drug dealer, like blah blah, like baby daddy for one of the characters. He's probably like 18, 19, and he's like I've got all my own rap, baby, yeah. And he's got his like little cheesy, shitty like pencil mustache, and you think he'd be like this heteronormative like shithole, and he is a lot of the time. But like all of his rap is very like feminist and socially like progressive and all this other shit, and just like it's terrible music, but you're like. Actually, yeah, I really get behind all of his themes. The show is surprisingly good. Like, highly recommend. America Ferrera is one of the main characters in it. Like, she works there. Like, you know her, right? I think.
Yeah.
I forget what she is. Yeah, but I don't know. I've been digging it, Nikki, and I don't know. Nikki got into it, so she got like dragged me in.
Sweet,
But,
that's great.
yeah, I know.
I was channel surfing when it was on, and I like kept flipping back to it, and I was like, oh, that was like really smart one-liners.
Yeah,
And you're just like laughing, and I was like, I don't even know anything about the show.
It's one of the few shows that like I do a lot of the like, oh, that's funny, but like, oh my god, I'm like just gut busting
Is
laughing at
emerge
it.
with an I or an E?
I think it's an
Emerge.
E.
Emerge. Yeah, so I recommend it on Hulu, but like, yeah, they've got a few seasons out, and it's real good. And then just all of the Walmart commentary is fucking just delicious. So painfully delicious. Oh god. Like,
Shanna, looks like you're doing.
I'm getting there.
I like it.
Can I have a
Scene?
scene?
Yes.
I think we ran out of blank paper.
Oh,
Rip shit up.
that's not true.
Rip that shit up.
I just
Yeah,
realized
what happened to that thing you ripped centrally earlier? Oh god.
What
Um,
is it?
Didn't I give it to you, or did I?
Nah, it's
It
I gave it to
became another
somebody.
scene.
also, what I love about the show is they
Can I
will
have the
bring
red
shit
pen?
back from like a season and a half ago randomly. So like they had one scene where like, hey, did anybody get that email from corporate about how this place is basically a death trap when a tornado hits? No. Okay, cool. And then like season later, like tornado hits and shit goes down. like well done bringing this shit back. Like, it's real good.
I will check
Sorry,
out more
I'm
of it.
standing
I really like it's one of those good like this is delicious
I can't
good
see
feeling.
mine.
Like okay, yay.
You know, we
Wow.
we had breakfast today. We were connecting,
Is this about the Dragonborn?
and then you just fucked me.
What the fuck? I'm still just with one of those dragon dildos online.
Yes!
That one's good.
I know.
If they want to sponsor us.
Have
come
you-
on.
Like you fucking me should
With
be
the
in the
eggs?
dragon fucking calendar.
Oh,
That's
not
what
the
I'm
egg
saying.
ones. The oven ones,
Or
I
at
don't
least
really have
the
an
chicken
oven
of the
thing,
wood
but
should be.
they have some solid dragon ones that are pretty sexy and spiky.
Sorry, Bill.
If that's your thing.
He was out of love.
What's
I'll-
up?
I'll-
Hold on.
I will forgive.
Back on track. We have a thing.
I have a thing. I hope
Yay,
it was
thing.
worth waiting for. I'm not entirely sure if it was.
Also what
But-
she said.
I'm basically editing all that out anyway. So
What? That
it's
is so good! Can we just have a nothing but exclusive that's what she said blooper reel?
Supercut.
No?
That's what they call that. A supercut.
Ouch.
Also,
We're gonna have Ashley talking about dicks. Supercut.
Yeah.
That's
Nothing
what
but
she
dick
said,
supercut.
Sounds like there already is.
I'm ready.
Okay.
Just do it quickly.
you paying attention?
For this? For this?
Some more
For this?
Dragonborns?
This is-
He's
No,
not.
there's well
He's not
maybe
up.
I'm just
potentially.
messing.
Okay. Amanita delves into the Chicken of the Woods legacy to better understand the conclusive needs of the mycelium. After this in-depth study, she emerges as the ultimate messiah. Bum, bum, bum. Scene. How does delving so deeply and personally into history affect history? Question mark.
Ooh. That links back to the potential
Okay,
like
I wanna
timeline
know-
bullshit.
Is this event that you just wrote a light event or a dark event?
What did I just say for the scene first?
God,
Sorry.
Didn't you read it?
How
to us?
does no? But I
was thinking the same thing.
I edited it as a, so I wrote, how does delving so deeply and personally, into history affect history? Okay.
Yeah.
And this happens after Agaric shares
Affect
the
or
chronicle.
effect?
After that cute little mushroom gnome
Affect
is like,
or effect? Does it do the thing to history? Or
Yes, it does the thing to history.
Then that would be affect. It's kind of important. Like, the words in this is kind of important.
That's
Like,
true.
is
I love
it doing
this.
something to
That's true.
history? Or
I love
is
this
it
because I debate this in my head all the time. So
you affect something and then something effects
an
you?
affect.
Yes.
Affect. Yes.
What were you saying earlier about the mycelium like being outside of time, kind of?
Yeah, we were chatting about that. I'm like, what if mycelium is a nonlinear temporal entity? Like, what if it experiences time differently than everything else?
Dudes, I kind of think this is a dark event.
Dudes!
Dark in it.
Why?
Dark in that circle.
Why? No, why?
Because it's
Because compared to a lot of the Chicken in the Woods stuff, it seems actually pretty light, and I just was wondering
no,
like
that's
your
good.
your thought process as to why it's dark.
Can I interject?
Yeah.
I feel like because it's coming after the sharing of the chronicle, which was a dark event, her messianic tendencies are kind of then dark.
Well, and my other feeling is that soon after that, I don't remember where I read it tonight,
You need this,
but it's
or is it something that's created tonight?
Having us being productive. I'm glad that's helped a lot, actually.
No, it's dude, it's great.
I had fun making it. I was like, I'm gonna make this look pretty eventually, but I was like, yeah, this will, because this is great, but it's like, this is fucking terrible.
okay. This is
Whoa, shit! No, background. Dick pics.
So we're missing. Oh, it's that. Okay, that's why I couldn't find that here because you were holding it in your hand. Is the sacrificial consuming of people the final straw leading to the retreat of the mycelium? Is the last in that period, and somehow based on that search, Amanita comes to the conclusion that eat of me. Like notion.
I be Jesus.
Right?
Yeah.
And that's part of why I'm making this a dark event is because, but I mean, I guess that's kind of interesting because that's the whole, that means my whole way of thinking
To be
is
fair,
that
eating people has been a very
symbiosis
light
with the
event.
mycelium
Oddly
is a
enough.
right feeling, right? It's like that is a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
In some cases, we made it a bad thing though because they forced themselves upon the gnomes, for instance.
So potentially she's gone.
Again.
Can we do like a half light, half dark?
Nope.
Damn it.
It's light and dark.
Ashley,
Hashtag Ashley.
I know. Hashtag Ashley's here in spirit.
Shades of grey.
Okay.
It all turns out great in the end.
In that way, I think it's going to be a light event because it's like this. I mean, potentially, like sometimes when you know the whole saying like it's like always darkest before the dawn.
Sure.
I would also say sometimes it's the most. It's the most dawn before darkness rock bottom.
This looks real bright. Oh shit.
I would say that
yeah, you can flip flop those.
kind of in that light.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
potentially.
Yeah. Cannibalism can't be bad all the time.
Because we're also asking, like, how does? I mean, I'm
Also
really
really wanna
curious
talk
about
about
this.
Consensual cannibalism.
With the how does delving so deeply and personally into history affect history? Is like I'm really curious about that question as a scene because it's like we keep talking about this time being non-linear in mycelium, and it's like, you know, does that bode good or evil? Like, how does that affect the rest of us?
I'll buy that.
You know.
Yeah.
Okay, so that goes
Where the iPad
right
is.
there.
Okay.
Hope that was worth waiting for.
No, it was great.
So if I'm correct, this is the last addition to the timeline, correct?
Yep.
No, not necessarily, because Ashleen still has her legacy to create.
That's what I meant. This Ashley.
Oh, and then
making eye contact.
Scene or
and then
event or scene.
Event or scene. Correct.
That's what I was meaning. Like after this legacy bit, that's the last chunk we're adding.
Correct.
Apart from Ashley's edition that we're allowing her, unless she really fucks it up.
Dragonborn style.
That's really great.
Okay, so I kind of want to talk this out with you guys before I write it down.
No.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about writing something about. Sorry, you kind of threw me off. I'm thinking about writing something about delving and how it affects history. I know it's like the last thing you wrote and it was like a scene thing, but I'm thinking about making it a legacy in that delving from the future into the past with the people who are first trying to connect with the mycelium back here and the people who try to connect too far. That causes the mycelium madness, essentially. So your question, so this legacy would essentially answer your question. I don't know if that's okay, but I didn't really mean to do that. It just kind of popped in my head after you like put your stuff out. So I don't know. Does that make sense to you guys though? Like the mycelium madness.
I only have one thing to say to you.
Yes.
You're dead to me.
It's not about that.
My question was, how does this connect to the Dragonborn? Because I really wanted to know that.
The legacy rules actually say that you can write a legacy about anything that's brought up in this round.
Yeah.
So like Dragonborn.
I just imagine Amanita delving so deeply in like this like tunnel of like whoa, and then at the very end of it, it's like someone fucking a dragon, and she's like whoa.
So you're saying and then the Dragonborn come back.
So I'm saying that when people delve backwards, the people who are really strongly connected back here cross hairs with them, and it drives them insane.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
I really like that.
So the mycelium madness that we like hadn't really defined, other than that people go like too far and they're like trying to figure out how to like deal with the mycelium, and they like drive themselves
sort
insane.
of seeing the future.
Exactly.
Too.
They see too much that they can't handle, and then it drives them insane because they go the opposite direction.
Yes.
Oh, they do Paul Muad'Dib.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I need a red pen.
Red pen. Whoa.
Reflexes.
I can clap and sing sometimes.
We're just in awe because all of us are slightly inebriated.
I am definitely slightly inebriated. Okay.
I'm really excited for.
No, this is not a scene.
If you're gonna be the first DM,
I will be
but,
the first
and you
GM.
will be.
Yeah,
you will
absolutely.
be. But I'm really excited for you, and maybe for the rest of us that follow, is that there are so many things that are not fleshed out about this. Like so many details. Like we have no idea what the demons look like. We have no idea what the micrognomes look like. We don't have any idea about any of the details. Any about like those little like nuanced storytelling lands, and we haven't gone into that at all.
Well, remember that a lot of those things can be fleshed out when you create the backstory to your character.
Exactly what I was saying.
Yep.
Like we still have absolute power for that. Like that's definitely not on the DM in my opinion. Like I absolutely mean like.
Yeah.
I'm gonna create.
Some of it will be.
I'm gonna create a wizard that does blah. I'm like, let me tell you about my mycolog that I came from, and I'm gonna flesh that shit out. And I'm gonna flesh out shit about the race that I made, and about why in that background, unless there's some conflicting shit, and then we'll figure that out. I think that's gonna be really cool.
But let's just. Oh yes, I completely agree. But I'm also the first. I mean, we're all gonna find pockets to explore, but you're the first.
Okay.
So you can
I'm sorry, I have to interrupt.
Yeah.
This is almost completely irrelevant at this stage in the game, but you have to remove one of the legacies.
Why I haven't written one before?
Because there's 6 players and there's now more than 6 legacies. So it was a combination of Bowen being in the mix.
So
it's a dick move, but it's also cool. Go for it.
Which I'm sorry. So if I may interject. So by the way, for the viewers, Bowen is no longer in the game.
R.I.P.
You know, he.
Rest in role.
No, I mean, he's doing good. He just I don't know, for personal reasons, he can't be in the game, and so, it's just that's just kind of the way it turned out, and so we, kind of are regretful about that, and at the same time, let's just say that Bowen and all of us are still really close friends, and will continue to be so. But that being said, we're back to the legacies.
I hope he will make cameos, though.
Yeah, I mean, it would be great. It would be awesome.
Flash make a sort of HTML5.
all the non-playing Dragonborn.
Can I ask you guys'
characters.
opinion
No.
on it?
Yes.
No.
Okay.
Fine.
So I'm kind of between these two right here, this one and this one.
Actually, may I make a comment? I want to say that you can't ask our opinion because we have the right to, if you have created a legacy, to replace ours with the one that you choose to get rid of.
You can get rid of yours instead.
That was one of the rules from the legacies, right? If somebody gets rid of one, then you can replace yours with the one that they got rid of.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a clear and obvious choice
between those two.
Yeah.
Okay.
From a literary
There's
standpoint.
a lot of words happening on one side.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I was just gonna say this one. I feel like we've already kind of like shown thematically throughout our world building, like that the mycelium don't suffer fools
I feel
or
like
people who
it's the
take advantage
easiest
of them.
choice.
Like they're like, no, fuck no. Like we put that in it, right? So like
There's
that's why I
like
was
a
thinking about
natural
taking it
order.
out.
So it's almost an obvious
Yeah,
thing.
we've like naturally like made that a legacy
Yes.
in the way we've created the mycelium. I
So
think.
that's totally fair.
Yeah.
Give
So that was kind of
Gimme, gimme.
Easy.
The only
Well,
reason I was
no,
gonna say that one
look
is
into
because
the
we hadn't
camera
really
and rip it
touched
out.
on parasitic mycelium. So
It's
I was
really
like,
important.
Not
it wouldn't be the end of the world.
100%
if it was like
important.
Right.
not a legacy, but and I
feel
like that one better. I like the fact that we have it there to play with.
Do it.
Sorry, Ashley. It wasn't out of meanness.
It's not Ashley. It's the story.
I mean, to be fair, it is such a theme. Like, Ashley is so deep in this timeline. I really
So
enjoy
deep.
No,
I-
like that
No,
legacy
I
is
really
there.
enjoy having her as part of the game. She's so
Ashley
deep in this
doesn't
time.
know what it's like to have her balls in someone else's mouth, although her balls are deep in this game.
In our mouth.
And in our mouths, currently.
R.I.P. Ashley's balls.
There's been a lot of drink tonight.
Are
okay,
you feeling
so
vulnerable, Ashley?
let's
Fuck David.
You guys have all been drinking that whiskey.
so you
Oh,
created that.
Can you help me drink that?
And now I gotta make
It's,
like an
it's
event.
delving into the past
A
and
little
crossing
Yeah, I do.
with those reaching.
That's it.
Wait, can you read that?
Yeah,
I'm
can
sorry.
somebody hand it to me? 'Cause I
Delving
already
into
forgot.
the past and crossing with those reaching. No, you're moved. Okay. I was reading it. It's fine.
Since Will has been cut off.
Yeah.
You guys cross swords with your wants and needs. Sorry.
You did.
I'm sorry, I'm just like processing your sentence slowly.
I'll cross swords with you anytime, Ashley.
Take all the time you need.
Guys,
Connor's like, I'm
Killing me.
tweeting about this right now. And it's no fun
holy
time.
shit. Delving into the past and crossing with those reaching too far into the mycelium causes the mycelium madness.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. I was reading it and it was reading too not too far, and I don't know why I was reading it that way, but I got it now.
It does. No, I mean, it does look like far away.
It is far.
So it should be TOO far.
Yes.
Yes.
TOO.
Hook me up with the
That's
That's
my-
the other thing that I was
That's
like.
I'm terrible with my twos. I always put the two O's when I'm not supposed to, and the lack of.
I'm
the
judging
other
your
O.
grammar. You can judge my my.
That's fine.
My
Help me.
spelling. It's fine.
Help me.
You judge everything else.
Oh.
Oh shit.
Judge Horna.
Oh. And now you are creating either an event or a
Yeah, we need
scene based off of any of the legacies, and then we are complete.
Okay, last thing of the game.
Oh my god.
Oh my
What
god,
deal does
my
Dictor?
glob.
Say it again.
Oh my glob. What deal does Dictor strike with the Demon Lord to imbue his black mirror with resurrecting properties?
Ooh.
That's
Did you
a good
quotation it?
I did. I quoted it.
Yeah.
Because it's not really resurrecting; it's undeath. But I'm guessing that's what he asked
The
for,
words
and
of
this
the
is
wish
what
was
he got.
terrible.
Exactly. Be
Yeah.
careful what you wish for, guys. That's the real
Oh, he
lesson
met
with
the
this
demon
scene.
lord through the mirror.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. No
Well,
one did.
now you do.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
He met the Demon Lord. The Demon Lord was like, "Hey, I can make you live forever," and he was like, "Oh shit, let me do this thing for you." But what was the thing?
Guys, I wonder if some of those resurrected people through the mirror helped create the first gate. We will never know. Or
We'll
maybe
never
we will.
know.
Yeah.
Dun dun dun.
I don't know how I feel about this. The sort of end of world building. I mean, we've got
I'm a little sad.
two injections that Ashley's gonna bring into the mix, perhaps. I'm a little sad, but I'm also really excited. Like
We're gonna
we've got
world build
so
again,
many
though.
bullet points and things to elaborate. Like we got to build this map that it's gonna. I don't know. This is exciting and terrifying.
I also feel
Yeah.
like we have the formula before we actually played the formula. We have so much more to work with than I ever imagined.
Well,
I was like, how are we gonna world build and then play off of that? And it's like, where do we start? Is the
Yeah.
question.
Yeah.
Yeah, too much.
You know?
We have plenty. Like choice paralysis. Like I love that we started
Start
off
board.
with like your first request. It basically was our seed, which was I want to play in a high magic world. That's really where it started off with. I really like I don't know, like magic is technology. I'm like, okay, cool.
Mushrooms?
Does anyone else feel like, watching Jason and the Argonauts when you were a kid, and like you saw like the gods like sitting around, like
moving some shit on.
Does
like,
anyone else just feel like that right now?
Yeah,
Like I
for
feel
sure.
like that for
For
sure.
sure.
Like I'm just like, oh, this
Yeah.
is for my entertainment.
Yeah.
But like maybe there's an alternate universe that's actually like, oh my god, ah!
like Clash of the Titans were like
Exactly.
that guy deserves a shield.
Right.
Give that fucker an owl.
Mhm.
Clash of the Titans.
So first of all, Ben Robbins and Microscope, thank you so much for providing the context
Damn.
for all of this. Well done. Second of all, thank you to our viewers for watching. It's a very not, I don't know, unconventional RPG, but tune in for our next iterations, because in addition to rolling up characters, man, who knows where we're gonna delve into, which we'll reveal at the next episode. We're not meeting for another couple weeks because of the holidays and because of editing, because it's a thing. But we want to thank you so much. Stay tuned for next time. Follow and subscribe to all of our things below in the doobly-doo, as Matt Coville says, which I'm quite fond of.
Doobly-doo.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Listen, do you know Matt Coville? Do you know who he is?
Not
He's
personally.
like a gaming personality, and quite frankly, like when he said that for the first time, I almost shat myself in excitement. It was so funny. He goes, yeah, you could just take a look at all the things that the doobly-doo. He speaks really quickly, and he just says doobly-doo, and he kind of does this. And it was fantastic, and so I just like that.
Pop
So
up below his fingers immediately.
well, I mean, it's
Doobly-doo.
YouTube, and everything's below, so it's like it all just happens. Anyway,
Doobly-doo rolls downhill.
so follow us in all of the things below. Thank you so much. We love you. We appreciate you, and we have a lot of fun putting this together. So, anybody else want to say anything?
Go team.
Go team!
This is fun.
Hell yeah.
Are we doing it? Yeah! Super Friends, Misfits,
Those were all
activate.
wearing, like,
I don't know.
rings,
And we're
Wonder
the
Team.
5 best friends.
Cut.
Anyone.
Cut.
Thanks for
can have-
watching.
Anyone
Wrap.
can have.
We'll be
Five
naming this show in the
Anyone
future,
can
but for now, thanks for watching a
Blank Living
show
Earth.
on Critical Misfits Entertainment.
Super fun
Thanks so
friend
much.
show.
Pew-wee!
Woo! World building.